US and UK regulations for UAVs. We are in the age of constant discovery of new technology, and the world seems not to be ready to relax yet. Humans all over the globe are constantly and passionately engaging in one discovery or the other. The whole essence of this research is aimed at ensuring a life of comfort and convenience. It is this quest for convenience that led them to the invention of drones. Drones, with their advantages, also have many drawbacks. They can be used to spy on an innocent. This can lead to invasion of privacy. Since drones are too easy to buy now, it becomes a serious concern. Almost anyone can go into an electronics store and buy a drone off the shelf for only $100. And if it lands in the wrong hands, several problems can arise. To mitigate this, several countries are coming up with their own laws so as to better protect their citizens. Some time ago, an 11-year-old girl was hit with the debris of a crashing drone. Moreover, pilots have reported almost 24 near misses with drones. Keeping these things in mind, it is highly necessary that laws on drones be made, and even more necessary that the common man know about these laws. We would, for the time being, be discussing about the laws in the United States of America and the United Kingdom. United States of America. In the United States of America, there are laws that are governing the use or deployment of your drone. Let's discuss what some of these are. Number 1. Registration of drones with the Federal Aviation Authority, or FAA. It is the policy of this statutory body, whose duties are to regulate activities in the USA airspace, that any drone that weighs more than 55 pounds, or less than that, must be registered with the FAA. Not only this, registration is limited to American citizens and legal permanent residents. The logic of this registration is to prevent violation of other people's privacy. Number 2. Commercial use of drones. The laws governing the usage of drones in the USA do not allow you to fly your drones without obtaining a special clearance that will enable you to fly it for commercial purposes of making profit. If the drone is not to be used for commercial purposes, a clearance is not necessary, which we will talk about next. Number 3. Personal use. There is no law on personal use of drones, other than the law that is presently governing the use of model aircrafts. However, while using the drone for personal use, there are some limitations. For example, it cannot be flown in areas called no-fly zones. These include the White House, the national parks, and any other important installation of the country. Number 4. Guidelines for flying. You are to maintain the flight of your drone within the altitude limit of 400 feet. You are also to keep your personal drones within eyesight and possibly with the employment of an expert, if there is a need for that. You are also not expected to intentionally fly over unprotected persons, vulnerable properties, and moving vehicles. Above all, you are to keep a distance of 25 feet from vulnerable persons. Number 5. Surveillance. You are not to conduct surveillance activities with your drone in an area wherever privacy is required, without express permission. Number 6. Implications of not registering. The law makes it mandatory that you are to register your drone. Failure to do so will be tantamount to criminal acts, and the penalty is a fine of $250,000 or 3 years imprisonment. United Kingdom. It may interest listeners to know that a 42-year-old man was convicted in the United Kingdom on September 16, 2015, for flying a drone without obtaining permission. His drone was flown over a stadium. According to the Metropolitan Police, this was the first conviction in respect to illegal drone flying. This is to tell us about the severity of not obtaining permission before flying drones. It also tells us that the drones are no longer in use by the military only. They are deployed for various reasons, such as search and rescue operations, distribution of hospital equipment to remote and inaccessible areas. Farmers are also engaged in the usage of this wonderful invention of technology for aerial surveillance of their farm produce. What a great invention indeed! Speaking of laws related to drones in the United Kingdom, the agency that is responsible for the control of the airspace is called the Civil Aviation Authority, or CAA. There are rules and regulations which must be strictly observed, by which you can deploy your drones in the United Kingdom. Number 1. Compulsory registration. The House of Lords, or EU Committee, has called for the compulsory registration of both private and commercial use of drones in the UK. This call came as the result of fear that many people do not have sufficient knowledge of aviation rules. Number 2. Restricted flying zones. At present in the UK, there are no particular rules or regulations that prohibit the purchase of drones, but there are restrictions on the weight and flying zones. Your drones must weigh less than 20 kilograms and must not be used for commercial reasons. Also, flying is restricted to 150 meters within a congested area. Number 3. Flight within sight. Drone's flight must be within sight. This means that you cannot go beyond the regulated limit of 400 feet in altitude while in flight. Maximally, the CAA allows you to fly 500 feet horizontally. Should there be a need for your drone to go beyond these regulated limits, you are to file an application to the agency seeking its approval first. Number 4. Commercial usage. The Civil Aviation Authority, or CAA, also makes it mandatory that commercial usage of drones needs to be registered with the agency. In issuing a license, the applicant must show us sufficient evidence of competence and experience in the use of drones. There is no doubt about the fact that drone technology has indeed made life easier than ever before in many aspects. However, with enjoyment come responsibilities. No one has the authority to infringe upon the rights of others under the pretext of enjoyment and comfort. Keeping this in mind, the aviation authorities have come up with the before-mentioned laws. No matter how harsh they seem, they are for the good of the people. We hope that the users would strictly follow the laws and regulations laid down by their respective countries to avoid any harmful incidents. We hope you found this video informative. Check out our other videos to find out what's new in the drone industry. Are you looking for the best pilots in the country to compete for your business? Go to uavlance.com. For the best rates on drone rentals or to rent out your own drone, go to uavlance.com. To find full-time employment or to bid on UAV jobs, go to uavlance.com. To organize or enter a local drone race, go to uavlance.com. To search the only drone insurance comparison site on the internet, go to uavlance.com. To search the only drone attorney comparison site on the internet, go to uavlance.com. To enter pilot skills challenges and earn money, go to uavlance.com. To search the lowest prices on drones on the internet, go to uavlance.com. To learn the latest best practices in UAV services, go to uavlance.com.